So you mentioned like the sort of iPhone assembly, and that's a big deal. But basically, there's three industries that sort of follow phones that are kicking in right now. So one is drones. And it's sort of in a bizarre turn of events, the Chinese basically own the global drone market, all basically the consumer drones, all the cheap drones, which, by the way, numerically then are the drones that all the militaries also use in overwhelming numbers. And something over 90% of all drones used by the US military are made in China. It gets worse before it gets better. So we have a drone company that's been trying to compete with the Chinese company. Mm-hmm. Number one, the Biden FAA has been trying to kill us this entire time, trying to do all kinds of things to make sure the American drone companies can't succeed as part of their war on tech. So something it's like literally just another in the long list of ways that they've been just trying to absolutely kill us. But two is China has figured this out. And so the US has been sanctioning AI chips going to China. China is now they sanction our drone company for the battery. Because the battery's made in China, right? And so they have like significant leverage, not just for the drones, but for the entire supply chain.
They have cards to play.
They have cards to play. By the way, the drone supply chain is very analogous to the car supply chain. It's a lot of the same kinds. A self-driving electric car is very similar to a drone, or for that matter, to an iPhone. It's an electrical mechanical device, mm-hmm. but it's a lot of the same kind of battery technology, chip technology, sensor technology. So they now have they now have their version of what the Germans used to have, which is the sort of the thousands of mid-market companies that make all the parts that go into a car. But the German ecosystem is still making them for old internal combustion cars. The Chinese ecosystem is making them for electric cars and self-driving cars. And of course, that means the new Chinese cars that are coming out are really good, and they have a giant advantage on cost. And they are starting to bring to market cars that are equivalent in quality to Western cars at a third or a fourth the price. So that's coming. And then the big one that follows phones, drones, and cars logically is robots.